Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Leo told Chad that Xander had caught the acting bug for Body and Soul, I knew I wasn't the only one having trouble this week. I thought a couple of the episodes recently have been a little tough. Did I miss an occurring this week because I fell asleep somewhere? The identical question was then posed in a message board discussion that I saw. Thus, nope. It was simply a fact about Leo that came out of the blue. In addition, I have refrained from discussing Body and Soul, but this is the right moment. When it was originally presented, I liked it because it was a light-hearted, insignificant soap opera parody of the era that Abby was imprisoned in, which I took to be the 1980s, but was really surprisingly recent. However, it must be better than this if it is to be included in the actual performance. I sincerely apologize for any remarks I may have made about a spin-off. Perhaps it might be enjoyable if it were done as a standalone project like Soap in the past. However, when they include it in this way, it seems as like they're tossing in every clumsy, eye-rolling, behind-the-scenes soap opera caricature. Hattie, who can't act for the life of her, is being hired because she has the desired appearance. And what did Abby say when he said that Hattie's character is upset because she's not the town's top diva anymore? What is meant by that? Soap operas don't operate like that. They really have stories. Furthermore, Marlena's complete ignorance seemed odd. Soul and Body, what is that? Even those who choose not to watch soap operas are aware that they exist. As a millennial who has written about them for more than 15 years, I promise you that I have never met someone who, upon learning what I do for a job, is unable to identify even one soap opera program. And I'm referring to the younger generation. Even more recognizable are the generations above me. And then there's Johnny's hiring. That's okay. We expected that. And he needs a job, but labeling him a director with experience. What level of experience does he possess? Oh, you refer to the never-produced Marlena Possession movie. I apologize. I'm trying not to get too worked up, but I suddenly feel like we're going to be stuck with this for months since it's already all shot and every time it goes on. I need an aspirin. At the very least, let's hope the performers enjoy themselves. If people could simply accept the ridiculousness and enjoy it, that may be a positive. Goodbye, and so long. Regarding a more substantial task that Abby completed this week, what was our reaction to Nicole and Eric's departure? It's strange, since we all knew it was coming, even the people at Days. Yet it seemed hurried to me. Although the memories were adorable, more might have been done, because we will probably be saying farewell to them too forever. However, it does not imply that Eric is Greg Vaughan. We are aware that he will return, but I doubt it will be in the near future, even though Marlena gave a lovely speech and I sensed that there were genuine feelings on set. The goodbye party seemed like it should have been even more extravagant. There's simply not a part of me that finds any satisfaction in any of this. What with everything going on behind the scenes? However, Holly is now officially Maggie's issue. I'm interested to see how she resolves this. Brady isn't going to win Parent of the Year in the next weeks, for heaven's sake. Murders 1, 2, and 3. There was definitely some good stuff this week. The fact that Bobby and Everett's deaths came as a true surprise in this day and age is remarkable. Perhaps I wasn't prepared for it since we wouldn't know why they were even around if they didn't die. Before terminating Beverett, I had hoped the returning authors would complete the DI detail, but it seems they just chose to can it without giving a reason. Writing modifications, whether deliberate or brought on by strikes, result in such. However, I'm still not even clear why Everett was first brought in. What was the initial intention? If the divided personalities weren't the intended outcome, was his demise always intended? Was his only intention to separate Stephanie and Chad, so that Abigail could come back. Because when Blake Barris was recruited, I don't believe Abigail was ever supposed to return. We'll never know, I suppose. However, I would agree that Elia Cantu and Abigail Klein were excellent since Stephanie and Jetta both handled the loss of their ex-partners in a unique manner. Jana managed to remain composed and focused on her task to find the truth, although sometimes allowing her own sadness to surface. After bidding Everett go, Stephanie broke down. Everett had emerged in time to become the victim of Bobby's schemes, which is a rather tragic event in and of itself. Her weeping struck me, man. Many people were disappointed with this plot. However, even though the conclusion was unexpected and just left many unanswered issues, I thought Thursday's performances were excellent overall. Regards to Connie, I think Gabi will defeat her, on which I already written. Not even the Jada/Stephanie team seems to be involved in this, in my opinion. There were many possible interpretations for the 911 call that was discovered on Everett's phone, one of them being that Bobby had second thoughts and wanted to survive. Therefore, I'm relieved that they refrained from interpreting it as evidence of his murder. Having said that, the most tragic conclusion was undoubtedly that Everett emerged and chose not to die. However, the fact that Bobby went to meet Jada and seemed unaware of the situation when he became ill should give them away. I also have a hunch that Leo will make a reference to having heard Everett in his room while he was really with Jada. I know it was ridiculous to wheel a corpse across the town square, but I couldn't help but laugh when Connie waved to Bobby enthusiastically as his body was wheeled by her. Track her down. Pace things better when the new authors come over, please, I ask you. Midway through June, Chad and Julie discovered the video featuring Annalyn McCord's back. I wouldn't mind if they hadn't found her yet if the plot had been developing nonstop since then, but it hasn't. After being abandoned for an extended period, patches were released intermittently. However, they are now pursuing Mystery Woman, so we will soon get the answers to all of our questions. Perhaps, who is willing to wager that Annalyn McCord is not in the room? It was stretched out too much, but it also appeared too simple. However, she must be arriving shortly. Every time they take up this topic, I keep thinking they're returning to it, and she'll be on our screens. But it never happens. It's also unclear whether McCord is indeed a living example of Abigail. Please, get back to us quickly. Random thoughts. Though there wasn't much Xander/Sarah/Fiona material this week, Ms. Cook's institutionalized assertions have suddenly lost a lot of my credibility. Minutes after going on a bender with Brady, she lied to Xander in front of him about being sober and attending meetings, telling him how much she detested them. I believe that not everyone is aware of Connie's sharper sense of humor. It was a jab, but she said to Bobby with such joy, "Everett really owes you for keeping him locked up in that mental dungeon of yours." Has Teresa left yet? Paul said that Andrew is wrapping things up with her, and it seemed customary for the program to just whisk her away to jail. Gwen seems like she'll be back shortly. Although Marlena and Kayla don't have time to spend on body and soul, they may quickly forget about everything and attend a goodbye party. Yes, it was strange to hear Nicole and Eric laughing about being adulterous. It felt strange, even though I understand that their marriages to terrible people are finished, and I have no personal vendetta against them. Although I didn't anticipate John's disappearance on his trip to Greece, we've been told he's still alive. Thanks for watching if you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.